Hey folks, welcome back to another HP Gaming GameLINK video. Today we are going to be getting a little bit radioactive as we check out the new one from Roxley Game Studios. I'm talking about Radlands. Come on over, let's check it out. Hello again folks, welcome back. For those of you who don't know me, and you should by now, my name is Matt, and as I said in the tease, we are here to take a look at Roxley Game Studios Radlands, I should say. This is a 1v1 card battler set in the wastelands of an apocalyptic aftermath, and I am super pumped to show you what's inside this box. This is a super deluxe version. Each game's about 20 to 40 minutes depending on how strategic you get. Ages 14 plus. There are a plethora of bits and pieces inside this box, including a couple of crazy playmats as well. Let's get down to the table and we'll show you what's in the box. And that means that once it's unboxed, I'll be able to start playing. So come on over, can't wait much longer. Let's get in and have a look. And there she is, this crazy box. We're going to rip the plastic off this sucker only because there is a huge amount of stuff that we need to get through here. The artwork on this box, first of all, plastic of course goes on the floor. The artwork on this is fantastic. This is a super deluxe collector's edition, or the hazmat edition I believe it's called. The artwork on the sides, the box is amazing. I mean, you've got the actual artwork of Radlands there, the title in that beautiful white color. I believe there's a mini box inside here as well. Now this is a limited edition. There's absolute chaos going on here. And we are back at survivor number 10,958 of 12,000. But that's okay. We won't hold that against them for making us wait. It's been worth the wait. Let's delid this sucker. Oh my goodness. That was very snug, but I like that. I like that a lot. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There is something about the hyper violent, violet, purpley theme which goes with our colors as well here at HP Gaming. The silica gel, don't eat that. Very important. We'll get rid of that one. Now this is the standard game box that you get. We'll go through that. Should we do this first? Should we do the box first? Let's do the box first. Got a couple of playmats so we can pop in here as well. I don't believe there's anything extra in the box here. The playmats are going to come out because they are just awesome. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. I'll take out the insert just for a quick sneaky peek. The lining of the box, that same pinky, purpley, two-toned, crazy cardboard of awesome. We're going to pop this one to the side and we'll come back to the playmats at the end. But this, my friends, this is what it's all about. A big box with a smaller box inside. It just looks the business. So let's open her up. You got some artwork there. Talks about this nice little poem on the side. Content warning. This game depicts scenes of animated violence. That's nice to know. And then you've got this crazy sort of artwork on the side here. We rule. The other side you've got like little punks trying to steal all the bits. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. We actually had this one arrive not too long ago, but we're in the middle of Spooktober, so there was a lot going on, but I just wanted to break into it, and I probably just should have done that. But we had Halloween stuff to get done, so now that that's over, look at it. It just looks so pretty. More plastic to go on the floor. I'm going to open up this sucker here. Let's do it. We got the magnetic catch. Oh my gosh, it's just so pretty. And then if you look at the top of the box, all the components have their place. You got the cards here, you got player boards, you got a reference board, and you've got all the water tokens as well. Let's show you what's inside. You've got a nice big dirty big railgun, which is awesome. We've got the rest of the deck here because it's a shared player deck. Then we have what looks like a rule book, which is pretty straightforward, nice and simple. And then we've got all of these tokens. What else? Oh, there's more silica gel in here. Let's just tip those out. More silica gel, which we can get rid of. Oh, these are a bit stuck in there. One of them stuck to the side. So many tokens. We'll put the box up over there for now. So these are your water tokens, which you will use to spend. You will get 3 per player in white. And there you can see they're quite a nice, thick, hefty droplet token. And then obviously spent when a card's ability is spent, you can mark it as not available, which is cool. Again, I like the thickness of them. The playing chip quality, which is awesome. And then there's extra water. So if you ever gain extra water on a turn, you've got the black ones, but you know they're in the reserve, they're shared reserve. So you can use those if you need to. Again, digging the components for the currency. The fact there is only literally 12 in the box, and knowing that's going to be enough, I think that's brilliant, because it means you basically got, I don't know, enough to keep you going for 2 players, and it's going to be plenty of replayability in this one. The rule book, pretty straightforward, talks a little comic book about what's going on. Overview, get rid of your opponent's camps, and then you can win the game. How to set up the play area. Card types, traits, how to play, turn sequence. Very straightforward, in depth, but in a nice small amount of real estate. General FAQ, frequently asked questions. And then more poetry and things as well by T.S. Eliot there, which is nice. And the artwork is just incredible. Isn't that awesome? And this is how to use the official playmat, work out where all the components go. We'll have a look at those in the not too distant future. Just going to say as well, just quickly, throw back to the box for a minute. The lining of the box here, now they didn't have to do it, but there's actually stuff inside here, and you can't, this isn't going to do it justice. The artwork inside there is reminiscent of art that's on the cards in the game, which is fantastic. They didn't have to do that, but it just looks amazing. I didn't even notice that. Oh my goodness. So you've got the box here with a punk on it, but when you open the box, his head is gone. It's exploded. Getting water, gone. That's kind of cool too. I love that. I can't believe I didn't notice it straight away, but there you go. All right, let's have a look. We've got some cards, because ultimately this is nothing more than a card game, but what an amazing looking card game it is. So let's have a look at the different bits. Oh, there's got ring pulls, or not ring pulls, drinking too many beers again. Pull tabs on the cards. So we'll throw the plastic on the floor. And then we've got camps, it looks like, because there's quite a few camps that you can use or choose from, and you'll choose 3 of those per player. So it's random every time you play, which means a lot more replayability. And then we've got here what looks like some turn markers. We'll go through those shortly. Let's see. So we've got here a turn sequence. Is my card ready? So events, replenish, then actions. Then you've got effect icons. There's 2 of those, 1 for each player, which is fair enough. Just tell you what everything does, which is nice and cool to have that on display. Then you've got these cards here. So you have, the card stock's really nice too. It's actually quite bendy. So you can bend it and it bends straight back. It's almost like a plastic rather than a playing card, which is awesome. So these are your raiders. It'll cost you 2 time to get it to activate on the track, but you get to attack and damage one of the opponent's camps of their choice. And you get 1 of those each. So you can always try and bring that into play and cause some serious trouble. Then we have the water silo card, which gives you plus water. Again, 1 of these per player. Spend 1 water to add this card to your hand. When you junk this card, return it to your play area, and it'll give you plus water to use on your turn. Then you have the camps. Now the artwork on the camps at the back of them, it just sort of gives you an idea of what to expect. The reason the artwork on the back of the cards looks like this is because when they're destroyed, you flip them over and you have absolute chaos and mayhem and smoking ruins, basically, which is kind of cool. But the different camps you can choose from, or you get draft, I guess, the railgun, pay 2 water to do damage. You've got here Atomic Garden. If you mark this as use or spend the action, you can target a damaged person, they become ready. A cannon, damage this card, then damage something else. Pillbox, whoa, costs 3 to play. Then you've got a Scud Launcher. Now this number here in the bottom, I think, denotes how many cards it adds to your starting hand. So the higher the number, the more cards you start with. Victory Totem. Catapult the... Look at this. Look at this guy. He's all about the crazy. I love it. I love it. It's so beautiful. I just want to play it straight away. Nest of Spies. Command Post. This ability costs 1 water less for each punk you have. We'll talk about that in a minute. Punk's Obelisk. Destroy this card before starting the game. Whoa. Gives you 3 in your hand, but you have to destroy it and you start with 1 camp less. Mercenary Camps is a nuclear symbol, which is obviously for destroy. There's damage versus injury as well. Nuke this card and all people from a nuclear reactor. You got the Octagon. The Juggernaut. Move this card forward 1 space. People go behind. On its 3rd move, when it return it to its starting position, then the opponent destroys one of their camps. Oh my gosh. Scavenger business, a scavenger camp. Outpost. This allows... Oops, I'm throwing cards away now. Now this allows you... That action there, I think, is restore. So you actually write the card up. And it allows you to effectively ready a card that you can use its abilities for. And this one allows your Raiders event to come into play. So for 2 water, you get to use those abilities. Transplant Lab, I should say. If you have put 2 or more people into play this turn, you can restore one of your damaged cards. Resonator, lots of speakers. Destroy a unprotected card. Bonfire. Cache. Watchtower, construction yard. I love the guys hanging on for dear life. That's so cool. And they're all punks as well. Adrenaline Lab. I cannot speak today. My goodness, I'm so excited. The Mulcher. Destroy one of your people and then draw a card. Blood Bank. Destroy one of your people, then gain water. Games Arcade. If you have 0 or 1 people, gain a punk. Gain a punk for a training camp. Supply Depot, draw 2, then discard one of those. Omen Clock, advance any event by 1. Wow. So you can advance your events to cause some serious havoc. Warehouse, damage this card, then discard 1 or more cards, not water silo, and draw that many cards plus 1. Garage helps you advance events. Oasis, if you have no people in this column, your people cost 1 less to play to that area. Wow. Parachute Base. And a labor camp. Destroy one of your people and then restore this card. Right, or restore one of your damaged cards, I should say. I'm digging it. The card stock, the plasticky card stock, I'm digging that. It's bloody great. I love it. Because sometimes people get really fiddly with the cards. The guys who don't have fidget spinners, things like that. And if you don't put stuff in front of them to fiddle with, they'll just bend and break the cards and start calling curves. But the fact that it bends back into shape, love that. Good job, Roxley. Love your work. So now we're going to have a look at the actual cards themselves for the main deck. So this is a deck that is shared by both players. And on the back, they have these gorgeous artwork we are familiar with. This is a punk. So when you play a card, you can play the card face up, which is on the back of the card here, or you can play it face down to the table as a punk, which is just a generic enemy. Doesn't really do anything spectacular, but they can be used as cannon fodder to protect your more valuable cards, which is awesome. Now, on the start of your turn, on the first turn, if you've got whatever the total is, you draw those cards to start, and then at the start of your turn, I think you draw a card to begin. We have, in these cards here, again, these are the cards you use to do damage and stuff. Damage, if this hits a camp, you get to draw a card. He's a looter. Then you've got a wounded soldier. When this card enters play, draw, then damage this card. A cult leader. Oh my god. It's like a toe cutter, but not. Destroy one of your people, then do some damage. A repair bot. When this card enters play, restore something. A gunner. Damage all unprotected enemies. Assassin. Eliminate an unprotected person. This guy means business. Look at that knife. Look at the knife on this guy. Love the glasses too. Discard the top 3 cards of the deck. You may use the junk effect on one of them. You got a mutant here who does all sorts of crazy. Vigilante, who's advancing events. Rescue team, return one of your people to your hand. Punks are also people. Yeah, they are. Punks are people too. Remember that. Punks are people too. The Muse gives you water for free. The Mimic, use the ability of one of your ready people or any undamaged enemy on the board, so you can do some serious crazy stuff with that. Exterminator destroys all damaged enemies. Ouch. The Scout. And then you've got a Pyromaniac who does damage to any unprotected camp. The Holdout, if you destroyed a camp, you can play this card in that column for free. Doomsayer, yeah, means business. You move all the opponent's events back one space. Rabble Rouser, we all know what that is, my goodness. If you have a punk, you can do damage. Vanguard, then damage, then an opponent does damage back to you. Sniper, damage any card. Oh, here's some events. So interrogate, draw 4, then discard 3 of those cards. Truce, return all people to their owner's hands. Punks are people too. Uprising, 2, 3 punks. Radiation, damage all people. Again, counting down. Famine, each player starting with you destroys all but one of their people. Napalm, destroy all enemies in one oh my gosh. Ridiculous, I love it. Strafe, damage all unprotected enemies. Bombardment, damage all the opponent's camps, then draw 1 for each destroyed camp they have. High ground, rearrange your people. This turn all opponent's cards are unprotected because you're on the high ground. Banish, destroy any enemy. Looter. Now these are more of the same cards we saw before. Wounded soldier, cult leader, repair bot, gunner, assassin, scientist. Yeah, we saw that one. Mutant, vigilantes. There's doubles of each. Want to do some serious shuffling here. Exterminator, scout, pyromaniac, holdout, doomsayer, vanguard, sniper, and more of the same interrogates. There's almost like double the amount of cards here. Bombardment we saw before. Banish. Okay, now we've got Magnus Carve. Costs 2 water to damage all cards in one of the opponent's columns. Then we've got Zito Khan. Pay 1 water, draw 3 cards, then discard 3 cards, but not water silo. The first event you play each turn starts at 0. Wow! Vera Vosh. First time you use a card's ability each turn, that card stays ready. And then you've got Kali Blaze. She means business. All your people, including this card, enter play ready. Wow, that's huge. Mulgus Stang. Destroy any camp. He just destroys it. Doesn't matter where it is, just destroys the camp. He costs 4 water to bring into play though. So then you've got Argo Yeski. All your people gain this card's ability above. When this card enters play, gain a punk. So you can just deck out your entire area with punks. I love that. And that's it. Those are all the cards. Those are all the bits and pieces. We'll have a look at some playmats as well. I'm just trying to figure out where I can put these without having everything go absolutely everywhere. Let's get one of the playmats out and we'll show you what it's all about. We'll go with the green first. We'll save the purple one for last. These are just so good. I'm pumped. Now, we've got here, the back of them is just normal neoprene, which is fine. But then we have this beautiful, I may have to get a wide shot of these because the camera just will not do it justice. I'm going to try and lay those down here. We'll get rid of some of this water that's there. Look at it. Extra water supply, water silo, draw cards, water discard pile, your camp spaces, your tracks, your events are on this side as well. Let's try and bring that over for you. So you start off, if an event's 3, you can't play anything else in that until that's moved up. And then you've got your Raiders card and your water silo card on the back. And this will line up with the other playmat across the top as well. So everything's going to be in line. You know who you can attack and who you can't attack. Let's have a look at the purple one because that's what we're all here for. It's all about the purple and crazy. And we'll throw that one on the floor too. Oh my gosh. That is just bloody gorgeous. Look at it. It's so good. The whole punk guy here again, we know and love. You've got your events on this side here, the camp spaces, you've got the cards here, water supply silo. So all the water, everything else is all kept in line in the same side. So depending if you're left or right-handed, you could pick and choose which way you wanted to go. I only bring that up because my wife is left-handed, so maybe this is going to work to our advantage. Also, she's a massive fan of purple, so I guess I will never actually get to play on this mat, but that's okay. I'm digging it. It looks so good. I will try to get a wide shot of both of the mats together so you can see what they look like in more glorious detail. But otherwise, that is it. That is the contents of Radlands. We're going to come on out and I'll tell you a bit more about what I think. And there it is, the contents of Radlands by Roxley Game Studios. There is another game up on Kickstarter for these guys. We are backing that. You'll hear more about that in our Gotcha Backer for November 2021. Thank you for joining me today to unbox Radlands. We will have a playthrough for you in the not too distant future, whether that's myself versus Charlotte or myself versus Catherine. I don't know. Review of Radlands coming soon too, once I've got a couple of games under my belt. Did you back Radlands? Did you go all in and get the mats and everything else as well? Let us know what you think in the comments. Also, if you've played this one, what are your favourite camps? Which is your favourite strategy? Do you go all in with punks and just try and flood the place? Do you try and play for events? Or do you try and get some of those meatier cards to cause some serious trouble? Without any further ado, folks, we're going to end things there. Come back soon. We've got plenty more unboxings coming up. We've got Arcana Rising, we've got Mantis Falls, we've got all sorts of crazy stuff coming your way. Thank you very much to our Patreon supporters for allowing us to do all the fun things that we get to do on this channel. And if you have any questions, folks, as always, pop them in the comments below. Please make sure you click the subscribe button and like as well. Small action from you. Huge, huge, huge meaning for us. We love that. Thank you very much. We'll see you back at the table for more fun and games. Until then, folks, stay out of the wasteland, and we'll see you very soon. Till then, it is bye for now.